Hi, my name is Alex O'Keefe, and this is for SPCE 610, Section 804 for the fall 2024 semester. Today we're going to be going over how to conduct a multiple stimulus without replacement preference assessment. The purpose of preference assessments is to identify possible reinforcers for your client. Keep in mind that just because clients choose items during this preference assessment does not mean they will be reinforcers for your client. This is strictly just to determine preferences, what your client likes that could possibly be a reinforcer. So I have with me my step-by-step guide for how to conduct a multiple stimulus without replacement preference assessment. And I'm going to walk you through each step, and then I'm going to demonstrate the steps. So step one is to print out the preference assessment data collection sheet. I have already done that. When you print it, yours will be blank. Step number two is to gather all the items you're going to need for the preference assessment. So I have 7 items, some food items over here, and I have listed all 7 items here at the top of the data collection sheet. To begin the preference assessment, you're going to lay out all 7 items in front of your client. And once you have them presented, you're going to say, pick one, and your client is going to pick an item. She chose the applesauce, so we can see that applesauce is item B. So I'm going to write B down here that she selected that. I'm also going to circle the position that the applesauce was in. So it was in the middle. So you can see I wrote B for applesauce, and then it was in the middle position. I'm going to then take the items and I'm going to represent the items in a different order. So I'm going to rearrange them and present them to her again. And I will say, pick one. And she chose fruit snacks, which is item number F. I'm going to record that on my sheet and also its position in the line. For example, again, F, and it was in the second position. I'm going to continue the rest of the preference assessment so you can see how one goes more fluently. So all the items are gone. So I remove them, represent them, pick one. Once the preference assessment is completed, you should have your data points like this. And then you want to determine the highest preferred item, the moderately preferred items, and the lower preferred items. You do this by calculating the position or the trial in the order that they selected them in. So you can see that I've already started to calculate where each item was and when she picked each item. So I'm going to finish calculating that. For A, for muffins, she selected it at number 4. And you're going to just add them up on the side. And once you have all your totals over here, you can see the lower numbers means they were selected first in the assessment, which would be your highest preferred items. So we have for B, it scored a 4 because in all 4 trials of the assessment, she chose applesauce as her first choice. So the highest preferred item would be applesauce. I went ahead and finished writing the rest of them on. So based on the numbers, we see that her highest preferred items were applesauce, the protein bar, and the fruit snacks. Her moderately preferred item was muffins. It fell right in the middle. And then her lower preferred items, which all had a pretty close score, was the granola bar, Ritz, and the Kind bars. Keep in mind that the highest preferred items will have the smallest number here, and the lower preferred items will have the largest number here. Once you complete these assessments, you'll have a good idea of what your client likes and maybe items that they don't necessarily like. Again, we don't know if these will serve as reinforcers, but we just want to get a general idea of what our clients like and dislike. I hope this video helped you and have a better understanding of how to complete a multiple stimulus without replacement preference assessment.